Hey guys, Nicky M here. Back with another video for you. Took a lot of effort to make, but it's finally out, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
Shut up,
And
Nikki. No one likes your dumb videos, your dumb personality, and your big dumb nose. So stop it. Ow! Chapter 1. So you wanna be a filmmaker.
You decided to give up all your other potentially stable career choices in order to pursue a shaky and risky career in making films. Fantastic! Wait just a second. Hold up there, Martin Scorsese. Before you even pick up your little camcorder, you need to understand the basics, cause let's be honest, if you don't got a good plan, then nothing's gonna work. Trust me. Back in the early days of 1924, when I was 10 years old, all I had to shoot with was my webcam. That was the Creative Potato series, in case you needed to know. But my old movies, if you can even call them that, they weren't bad because the video itself looked bad or my editing wasn't good. Alright, maybe that contributed a little bit to it. But those videos were bad because there was nothing cinematic about them. I mean, it was literally me in front of the computer, either lip-syncing to songs or random old memes that no one cares about anymore.
Breaking down and free!
It's because I never wrote down any of my crazy weird ideas on paper, and instead I just blindly went forward and improvised things as I recorded myself. That's right. What I'm saying is that you don't need the most high-end equipment to make a good movie. You just need a little something called, imagination, boy.
Movie people love to make movies.
Having yourself a high-end, ultra HD camera and a really professional editing software means nothing if the basic ideas of story aren't there. So, next time a great idea pops into your head, write that shit down. You might not realize how easy ideas get lost and forgotten. But once you got an idea what you want to do, you can stop making your masterpiece. Chapter 2. The production process.
Whether they're short films or feature films or even some weird-ass YouTube videos, all movies have the same basic process of creation. That is, the 4 stages of production. You got your pre-production, you got your production, and you got your post-production, and you got your distribution. A simpler way to think about it is planning, shooting, editing, and releasing. Some people who may not know what they're doing might just go straight to shooting, but like I said before, unless you're doing some improv stuff, you're gonna need some kind of plan, most of the time. Speaking of which,
Chapter 3. Here's the plan.
remember when I said to write down those ideas? Well, now grab those ideas and crack open your word processing software. It's time for you to write a script.
I hate it too, but listen, you gotta do it. You've been writing tons of papers and essays when you were in school, and now the nightmares of you staying up in the night to finish that goddamn English project that your scumbag teacher decided to assign you because she has no chill whatsoever. You gotta deal with it.
But unlike your shitty English teachers, there's no required word limit for your script. Just keep in mind that if you want longer movies, you're gonna need longer scripts. The general rule of thumb is 1 page equals 1 minute of screen time. But you need to take that with a particle of salt, because you have no idea how fast or slow your actors or actresses are gonna say their lines. And editing can change everything too, but that's for later. Before you even start writing the script though, you need to decide what format your idea will work best in. Is it a simple idea with a story and characters that don't require a lot of time or multiple movies to describe it in detail? Make it a one-off short film, which can be anywhere from a few seconds long to a maximum of about half an hour. Need more time to flesh out your cinematic world or show off your big budget effects? Well, make it a feature film, I guess. It's usually over an hour long. Do you have an absolutely golden idea that has many possibilities for exploration and stories? Make it a series. It's completely up to you to decide what your idea will work best in. So make your call and start writing. Chapter 4.
Actually filming!
Now that you wrote your next Oscar-winning screenplay, what do you do now? Really simple. You start filming it.
World-shattering info, I know, but don't be mistaken. The filming stage, or production, might be the longest and most complex stage for your movie, especially if you've got the big vision for your film. So much goes on behind the scenes. It's not just, oh, let me pick up a camera and just shoot everything in 1 hour and it'll be good. Unless you're Sean Macy's.
I did exactly what the instructions on the internet told me. I followed them to a T. Somehow, everything that goes wrong always our fault. Josh, where are you? He's here.
Oh, hello.
We're playing Drake and Josh on the Game Boy.
We're not talking about shooting a documentary. We're talking about narrative films. And you know what that means? That means casting, scheduling, costumes, parmesan, locations, cinematography, mozzarella, pepperoni, the works, okay? It's a pizza pie! But I'm guessing none of you have a huge budget, so all you essentially need for your film are a cast, a crew, locations, or sets, and equipment. Now, for your cast, you can star in your own movies, and that's okay. Just keep in mind, it'll be way harder to film yourself without someone else pressing record on the camera. So it's best to get yourself a crew to help you out. You know what? To illustrate my point, I'm gonna go out and ask one of my friends right now.
Gee, Sharon, how's... What the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to breastfeed. Does that mean I'm a bad parent? That I'm covering, like... Fuck you. I'm fucking done with these fucking white people in 2015.
Anyways, locations are real simple to find. You got your Google Maps and your Google Street View, so look for places near you that's not private property, or at the very least, not a lot of people go to. Equipment is real simple too. All you really need to start out with is a camera and a tripod. That's it. Once you got experience, you can start thinking about all the other microphones, accessories, lighting kits, lenses, etc. Pretty much all smartphones nowadays shoot in HD anyway, so just go ahead and use it. Chapter 5. Editing. Oh wait, yeah, that's good. Now you got your footage, so it's time for the one step nearly everyone knows about, but has a tough time actually doing. Editing. Now, the primary editing software I'm going to be using in this series is called Adobe Premiere, and I'm going to use it in this series because it's available on both Windows and Mac, so why not just, roll with it. Now, I can go into really big detail about the topic of editing, but because the topic of editing is so vast and there's so many things that need to be covered, I won't have time to explain it in this video, so that's going to be reserved for future tutorials. But just know, editing is a huge deal. It can make or break your film. And if you don't have a good editing, well, then that's it. Game over. So look out for my future tutorials, because that's when I'm really going to start going over this. Chapter 6.
Release the Kraken!
That's it. Your film is done. Good job. But don't you want to show off your work like the egotistical bastard you really are? Of course you do. That's the whole reason you made the movie in the first place. So most of you will opt for YouTube as your main movie sharing platform, which is a pretty solid choice, you know? It doesn't cost anything and the video playback is great. However, it is very hard to get noticed as a filmmaker on YouTube because, well, people just don't really search for your films. Let me remind you that this is YouTube we're talking about, the place where gaming, music, and prank channels reign supreme.
Yo, it's a prank, 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 it's a prank.
For this reason, I recommend uploading your films to Vimeo as well. Now sure, there's a weekly data cap if you're a free user, but I think your experience might get just a little bit better. Of course, you can also submit your film to various film festivals, and that's where they're going to be shown on the big screen in front of a large audience. If you're going that route, the one thing you have to look out for is submission fees. But depending on the festival, you might even get prizes or monies. I recommend going on Film Freeway or Without a Box. Those sites are nice, easy, centralized places where you can find all kinds of film festivals to apply to. So go ahead, check them out. Other than that, well, I mean, you could put your film on VHS tape. I heard that's a hot new format. Well, I don't know about you, but I think I've made a pretty good intro to filmmaking. There's one more thing I'll tell you, and that is,
filmmaking is something that you need to explore for yourself. I can give you tons of helpful info about how to improve your films. Heck, a lot of people have already, but at the end of the day, the camera doesn't create the film. The editing software doesn't create the film. You're the one that creates the film. And you can make something amazing. How? Keep on making films. I've been making films for almost a decade now, and I'm still learning new things about myself, my views on life in general. So go out, explore, have fun with your films. Don't let anyone bring you down. And hopefully, you too will have an adoring fan base chasing you out in public.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the first episode of my new tutorial series. If you liked the video, please make sure to smash that like button. If there's any specific topics you want me to go over in this tutorial series, leave some suggestions down in the comments below. I'll be happy to look at them.
And if you want to see more tutorial videos, you can go ahead and subscribe to me too if you want. I'd really appreciate that.
Make sure to keep it cool, guys. Thank you.